Hello students, moving forward, I am going to discuss about eukaryotic cells. In the previous class, we discussed about prokaryotic cell. Okay, the eukaryotic cells are those cells which have a nuclear membrane and other membrane-bound organelles in the cytoplasm. There is an extensive compartmentalization of cytoplasm. The genetic material is arranged in the form of chromosomes in the nucleus. Organelles means certain membrane-bound structures inside the cytoplasm, embedded in the cytoplasm actually. Let us learn each organelles in detail. The cell membrane is composed of lipid bilayers, proteins and carbohydrates. The ratio of protein and lipid varies considerably in different cell types. In human beings, the membrane of the erythrocytes, that is RBC, has approximately 52% protein and 40% lipids. The lipids are arranged within the membrane with the polar head towards the outer side and the tail, hydrophilic tails, towards the inner part. The lipid component of the membrane mainly consists of phosphoglycerides. The membrane proteins can be classified as integral or peripheral. The peripheral proteins lies on the surface of membrane, while the integral proteins are partially or totally buried in the membrane. The widely accepted model of cell membrane was proposed by Zinger and Nicholson in 1972 and is called as fluid mosaic model. According to this model, the quasi-fluid nature of lipid enables the lateral movement of proteins within the overall bilayer. The fluid nature of the membrane is important for certain functions like cell growth, endocytosis, formation of intercellular junction, cell division and secretion. One important property of membrane is its semi-permeability. That means the membrane allows certain molecules to pass across. On the other hand, it does not allow certain others. So, the most important function of cell membrane is transport of molecules across it. Mainly, there are two methods of transport: active transport and passive transport. In passive transport, the movement of molecule occurs across the membrane along the concentration gradient. That means from its higher concentration to the lower concentration without the expenditure of energy. For example, many neutral solute may move across the membrane by simple diffusion. Do you remember what is diffusion? Yes, it is the movement of solute molecules from its higher concentration to lower concentration. Then, another example is the movement of water across the membrane by osmosis. Okay. On the other hand, in active transport, the movement of molecule across the membrane against the concentration gradient. That means from the lower concentration to the higher concentration, the movement of molecules occurs with the expenditure of energy. That means the utilization of ATP molecule. For example, the sodium-potassium pump that take place across the molecule by using energy, that is ATP molecules. Cell wall is a non-living rigid structure, forms an outer covering of the plasma membrane of fungi and plants. The algal cell wall is made up of cellulose, galactans, mannans and minerals like calcium carbonate, etc. On the other hand, the plant cell wall that is mainly made up of cellulose, hemicellulose, pectins and proteins. Cell walls not only gives shape to the cell and protects the cell from mechanical damage and infection. It also helps in cell-to-cell interaction and provides a barrier to undesirable micro and macromolecules. The cell wall of a young plant cell, that is the primary wall, is capable of growth which gradually reduces as the cell matures, and the secondary wall is formed on the inner side of the cell. The middle lamellae is the layer mainly of calcium pectate which holds the different neighboring cells together. Some of the membranous organelles are considered together as an endomembrane system because their functions are coordinated. Each of these component organelles is distinct in terms of structure and function. The endomembrane system includes endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, lysosomes and vacuoles. Moving forward, endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is a network of tiny tubular structures scattered in the cytoplasm around the nucleus. It is continuous with the outer membrane of the nucleus. It divides the intracellular space into two distinct compartments. The luminal compartment, that is inner to endoplasmic reticulum, and extraluminal compartment outer to endoplasmic reticulum, that is cytoplasm. The lumen is filled with a fluid and that contains many enzymes and other proteins. There are two kinds of endoplasmic reticulum occurring in a cell. The rough endoplasmic reticulum, RER, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, SER. The ER often shows ribosomes attached to their outer surface. The endoplasmic reticulum bearing ribosome on their surface are called rough endoplasmic reticulum. On the other hand, in the absence of ribosome, they appear smooth and are called smooth endoplasmic reticulum, SER. Rough ER is mainly observed in the cells actively involved in protein synthesis and secretion because they are mainly involved in the synthesis and transport of proteins. On the other hand, the smooth ER is a major site for synthesis of lipids and steroid hormones.